All right, let me ask you something real. Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, why am I like this? Like, you're trying, you're not reckless, you're not buying crazy stuff, but money still feels out of control. I used to think that meant I was bad with money. Turns out, I was just mentally exhausted. And if you're a student or in your early 20s, this might be you too. For a long time, I blamed myself. Every bad decision felt personal. Missed savings goal? My fault. Didn't invest? Weak mindset. Spent more than planned? Zero discipline. That's what the internet tells you, right? Just be more focused. Just hustle harder. Just wake up earlier. But no one talks about what happens when your brain is already running on empty. Here's what my life actually looked like. Classes, deadlines, family pressure, trying to earn, trying to plan a future, trying to not burn out. My brain was tired before noon. And when your brain is tired, money decisions get worse. Not because you're lazy, because decision-making costs energy. I noticed a pattern. During exam weeks, my spending went up. During burnout seasons, I stopped tracking. When I was overwhelmed, I avoided my bank app. Not because I didn't care, because my brain couldn't handle one more thing. That's when it hit me. Money problems weren't the cause. Mental exhaustion was. Let's talk about the brain part for a second. Your brain has a limited daily budget. Not money, energy. Planning, comparing, saving, investing, these all use the same mental system, the prefrontal cortex. That part literally shrinks under chronic stress. So when people say, just make smarter financial choices, they're ignoring biology. A tired brain chooses relief over optimization, fast food over meal prep, comfort spending over long-term investing, avoidance over planning. That's not weakness, that's survival mode. I used to try fixing money by adding pressure, more tracking, more rules, more guilt, and somehow things got worse. Because pressure doesn't grow discipline, capacity does. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You can't out-budget a burnt-out brain. You can't build wealth when your mind is constantly in defense mode. Defense mode doesn't think long-term. It thinks, just get through today. This is where everything changed for me. I stopped asking, how do I control money better? And started asking, how do I reduce mental load? That shift saved me more money than any budgeting hack ever did. Let me break this down into what actually helped. Simple, practical, no perfection required. First, I reduced money decisions. Not spending, decisions. I picked defaults. Same groceries, same transport, same weekly spending rules. When your brain doesn't have to decide, it doesn't get tired. Less fatigue equals better choices. That alone stopped a lot of leaks. Second, I stopped obsessively tracking. This sounds backwards, but listen. Constant monitoring keeps your brain anxious. Anxious brains avoid reality. Instead, I did one intentional money check per week. Calm, focused, no judgment. That gave my brain space, and space is how clarity grows. Third, I built a tiny buffer. Not an emergency fund, not an investment portfolio, just a life is chaotic buffer. Enough to breathe. That buffer did something wild. It lowered stress. Lower stress improved decisions. Better decisions protected money. Your brain literally works better when it feels safe. That's brain growth. Now let's talk income, because this is huge. Most students try to optimize spending first, but if income is I didn't need a perfect budget. I needed more predictable earning. So I focused on skills. Tutoring, freelancing, selling something small, helping someone solve a problem. Income growth removes mental pressure, and mental pressure is what destroys consistency. Here's something no one tells you. Earning more isn't just about money. It rewires your identity. You stop seeing yourself as bad with money and start seeing yourself as capable. That confidence changes behavior automatically. Another thing that helped, separating self-worth from bank balance. Sounds soft, but it's powerful. When every mistake feels like proof you're failing, your brain shuts down. When mistakes feel like data, your brain learns. Learning increases brain volume. Shame shrinks it. I also noticed this. When I slept better, I spent less. When I exercised, I planned better. When I took breaks, I stopped impulse decisions. Money habits are lifestyle habits in disguise. You don't fix finances in isolation. You fix the system around your brain. Let me say this clearly. If money feels hard right now, it doesn't mean you're irresponsible. It might mean you're overloaded. And overloaded brains don't build wealth. They survive. Here's the big realization. Financial discipline isn't about willpower. It's about mental capacity. When your brain has space, money starts behaving. When your brain is exhausted, everything leaks. So if you're watching this and thinking, yeah, this feels personal, good, because it means nothing is wrong with you. You don't need more shame. You need more space. Let's wrap this up. I thought I was bad with money. I wasn't. I was tired, stressed, mentally overloaded. Once I reduced decision fatigue, built a buffer, and focused on earning instead of perfection, money stopped feeling heavy. Confidence came back, and my brain finally had room to grow. Try this tonight. Don't budget. Do this instead. Reduce one decision. Create one small buffer. Think of one way to earn a little more. That's it. Small relief compounds faster than strict rules. You're not behind. You're just rebuilding capacity. Let's level up together.